suction. Wait, what? On the airflow box, the Dirt Devil Featherlite 12 amp bagless upright. So I made a pre-motor filter and put it in there. I used an exhaust filter for a Hoover Tempo wide path. I'll show it to you in a few minutes. So here we have the brush roll spinning and both filters in. That is the inner F1 and the little homemade pre-motor filter. So let's see what kind of CFM this monster draws. Yay! Belt wind down squeak. Okay, so we're pretty much at 86 CFM. That's tremendous for a bagless machine. So let's take out these filters one at a time and watch that CFM go up. So I'll take out the pre-motor filter that I made. Here that is. Put this back in. So, I don't know, I guess I could look for some other material that's less restrictive to go and play with this, but this is what I just made in a hurry, so you can see its relative thickness. So it seems to breathe pretty well, but that's, well, what, 15, 16 or so CFM restriction just by putting this in there. So maybe I should try some other filter material. And now, let's take out this dude here. Obviously, you don't want to run your machine without the main filter. So this is just for my tests. Okay. And away we go. Well, obviously this is made much better than what this is. This was only, I don't know, what, maybe 3 CFM loss. Of course, this is a clean one, right? This is a nice new clean one here, provided by Lacking Vacuums. And that's really pretty tremendous. Brushroll's been spinning the whole time. How about we switch over and do some suction tests? Now you know why, basically, I had to make a height adjustment with this thing, because literally it just sucks down to the carpet just far too much. And the CFM density is very, very high with this machine. With all the filters in, it's going to be over a 4. And that is some pretty heavy duty CFM density. Going to pull that nozzle right down to the carpet. Okay, I'll have to review the footage, but I thought I saw, I think it was kissing 34 inches. And that's a lot of suction for an inexpensive machine like this. Really, really surprising. The whole machine is just really surprising. How about a Brushroll RPM test? Okay, I'm going to say around 57, 60 RPM or so, but do you notice that this is one of the few machines that as things heat up, the speed actually drops a little bit, and again, that's because the belt is misaligned. So let's sum this stuff up. This Dirt Devil Featherlite Bagless was really a surprise. But I always wondered, I see these machines in thrift stores all the time, specifically this model. And I always was a little surprised at how big this feed tube right to the power nozzle, how large a diameter this thing was. And here's an extension wand, just to show you the difference. See right here, look at the diameter difference. Now, a lot of machines that I test, they have a feed tube to the power nozzle that one way or another, it ends up being about this size. And that severely restricts the CFM. And you can really tell a difference here when you put them side by side. So 86 nozzle CFM with a homemade, I'm guessing it's entirely too restrictive premotor filter. Maybe the premotor filter that came with this was a little less restrictive, but still 86 bagless CFM. You know what, I'm going to revise the number that I saw after reviewing the footage here on the vacuum gauge. I'm going to say 33 inches of lift, but still, that makes for a CFM density that's very, very high. We're talking Kirby level high. And that's one of the reasons why this nozzle was so hard to push until I put that little foam adjustment in there. So I can see why I had to do that. So I'm going to be very interested to see just how well this does on tests, although I'm now aware that the brush roll in here is not the factory stock brush roll. It's just what we have to use. I'm not going to spend any more money on this machine. So for better or for worse, we're just gonna use this. But if the stock brush roll that would have come on this machine would have been stiffer, you could count on the tests actually being higher than what we would get when I start making those videos. So anyway, thanks again, Lacking Vacuums, for sending me this machine, and I'm going to be really thrilled to see what some of the testing results are. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.